All right, guys. So this is gonna be episode 6 of the truths at the top of the leaderboard series of some secrets and unfair advantages that people might have. So, as I've said before, not in every episode, this is not to suggest you do these things. This is just trying to say that don't compare yourself to others necessarily. Focus on yourself. Don't really look up to people high on the leaderboard because it's probably not what it seems for most of them. Okay, and today's episode we're going to talk about trophy hacking. Yep, another probably controversial one. So let's get into it. And my expertise in this subject is highly lacking. I I'm definitely not an expert on this subject. I know a little bit about it, but um, probably better I don't know. I actually don't really want to know how to do it, to be honest with you. But anyways, um, so there's a couple ways people have hacked trophies. One is just have them like all pop, like just have some game and just all of them pop at once, and that's usually pretty easy to tell, unless they have a ton of game. Well, let's say it's like one game in their 1,000 or something, and no one ever finds it. But usually, they're pretty much flagged and removed right away with that. But yeah, I mean, it happens sometimes. People get away with one or two of them, but usually it's pretty easy to spot. Usually it's a pretty. I think some of the leaderboards just auto flag for trophies that pop too quickly. So that one's not as big of an issue necessarily for. I mean, it's not going to be as common of an issue. The other ones, save files. People can use hacked save file or use other people's saves. That's maybe not hacking, but it's just it's kind of similar. And I know, like, on some of the PS3 games, you could just go on the websites online and download save files, and use them. And, yeah, originally you couldn't hack. Well, I think you probably originally couldn't hack the PS3, but then that became hackable, and then trophies on Vita became hackable, and PS4 became hackable, and because when I first started, the PS4 was like safe, like no one could have hacked trophies on the PS4. Um, I shouldn't say when I started, but that was near when I learned about this subject matter, slightly. I It was like you could hack the PS3 at the time, but Vita and PS4 you couldn't, so people wouldn't like get flagged for them or look into it. But all the systems potential for that now. And the other thing is people can go in and edit their timestamps so that the game looks legit, even if something's like kind of screwy. And you can't. I heard that it can be found out if you use it by looking at like hex editors and things. Again, I don't really know much more than that, but potentially a game could just be hacked and it looks legit, from the timestamps and stuff. And yeah, not all of them are caught. Not all the people that do this are caught, or necessarily all the lists that they have, or yeah, all the trophy lists that they have on there. All the games. Some of the sites you got like 3 strikes even before you're booted off, and on all the sites, if you can hide, like if you have hacked trophies and you realize that it looks off and stuff and you hide it, the leaderboard's not gonna do anything. They only do something if they have to, if you get like reported or something. So like on profiles, for example, that blue little hidden box, some people have a lot of trophies hidden in there, and they don't have 3 strikes to get off the leaderboard necessarily. So there's that. Some of the other leaderboards, I think you can just hide the list and appear again, but there'll be like other lists, like completion lists and stuff like that, that you won't show up on. But yeah, you get no penalty other than having a blue box on one website and being off certain leaderboards on other ones, if you can hide it. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, there's also just a lot of games, or a lot of like profiles, probably even floating around PSN. Well, I know they're floating around PSN that just have ridiculous trophy counts and stuff. I mean, they're not on the leaderboards because they got removed and things like that, but they're still around on PSN, and they'll message you and stuff. Potentially, or you might see them around. But I mean, these are like crazy plat counts and stuff. And there's like a few names that come to mind. I won't really say, but yeah. And again, I feel like, why are you hacking your trophies? You should earn them yourself. Like, isn't that kind of the point of the trophies, to say, hey, look what I did? Of course, now with most of these games that we get, it's kind of like, well, I kind of just paid for the trophies here, but yeah, that's mostly what I got to say on this matter. So yeah, I mean, they could have legit looking ones, and they could just be hacked. I mean, it's possible. And then also too, I'll get into this on another episode, but as long as like you get disputed, like there would be disputes threads and things like that about, oh, this is hacked for sure, and all this. And some people get away with it, like they did hack something, and they dispute, or there was some dispute thread, or it just didn't get, the flag got lifted or something like that. But anyways, that's it for that. There is another form of hacking that I'll have a separate episode on, but we'll get into that at another time. So with that being said, everybody have a good night, good morning, enjoy your games. Thanks for watching. Leave comments below if you want to discuss the matter a bit. Again, I kind of want to stay out of drama. I was asked about specific people in a other episode, and I'm not sure I want to answer that. Or I just do another episode on it, I don't know. But anyways, thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys again next time. Goodbye, everybody.